viewers to our next episode of the Jester Chat, which we're talking about all things Harlequins Rugby Union Club. Proudly brought to you by the Wave podcast platform that is anything to do with podcasts. These are your go-to guys, the Wave Media Production. And today we've got a guest speaker here is Mr. Josh Tunian from the Harlequins Club, our second rower. Welcome, Josh. How are you?
I'm good.
I hear congratulations are in order in your recent graduation at university. How did that go?
I'm finally relieved that finally got that degree I've been working for in some years, and to finally complete that was an amazing achievement for me and for my family as well, and for the friends who have been with me throughout my journey. Special thanks as well to the Harlequins boys for being with me and being an inspiration and motivation for me during my journey as well. Thank you.
Congratulations, Josh. I think it's a huge achievement from you personally. Just to tell the viewers, what did you graduate in, and what do you see your future alignment in your career going?
I graduated with a Bachelor in Science, Lecturing in Biology. My future aspirations are I want to venture into to do with biology, microbiology, genetics, and stuff like that. For me, completing my degree is not only the final destination. I still have inspiration to go further with my studies. Only time allows for that. I still have the motivation to go further on that. Thank you.
That's really great, Josh, because there's a saying in rugby, you're not just a pretty face behind the... You've also got a degree to go with that. You want to really pursue your future aspirations. The question me asking you, where were you before you started joining the club in rugby? How did you find yourself in Moresby and doing your studies, so to speak? Just share a little bit about that for us.
For myself, I've been in Pom, and I've been hearing about this Bawa and the rugby, and I only got exposed to rugby when I attended the Sports Talk tournament in 2020. I went as a spectator, and from there I saw the Harlequins boys. They were really a good crop of young guns, and I could admire the plays and how they carry themselves. So from there, I went home, and then in 2021, I met the time Chris Kaka, one of the legends from Harlequins, came home, and then I asked him if I could come and have a training session with Harlequins. Then he welcomed me to come over and join the boys at Bawa for training. From that moment on, I've never looked back. I've
It's part of your DNA now. It's something that you've
I've
been
enjoyed
part of your family.
every moment, and always look forward to achieve anything for the club, from that time on, and that was looking back. I've achieved so many great things, especially the club, since joining the club, and especially making my club proud, and as well as my family and the friends around me. Thank you.
And just to add on, Chris is not just anybody. He's also your brother-in-law, right? So it's family.
He's a family. He's a brother-in-law.
Very strong ties to the club.
He's a brother-in-law in the family, but a brother in the field.
Brother on the field, yep.
Yeah.
And what stays on the field stays on the field.
Yeah.
No katambo business law. Field. That's quite interesting because you said 2021 you joined the club, and 2022 was probably your biggest milestone with the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that feel? Maybe you can share a little bit about that. Tell the viewers what happened in 2022 for you.
Yeah, 2022, that was a wonderful year for the club as well. And for me, I was one of the young players, and the club has to blood so many young boys from below grades and lift them up to the premier grade. And amongst some other whole players, we have to work with them and deliver a premiership for the club. And that moment was a special moment for me, and it teach me how to be, especially preparing for that last game of 2022. That was the grand final. The boys mentioned something about being self-motivated, and when we went into the field, everyone just stood for themselves and the brothers beside them, and we worked hard till the end, and we delivered the premiership for Harlequins Club.
Yeah, it was a special year for all of us, Josh. I will share that with you. As your coach, I think one of the highlights for me was you stepping up into that role when we had a lot of old players leave, and you fill that void in the second row position, and I think you found a home there, and it's quite exciting to see you go out and do your best every weekend, knowing that we can rely on you. So it was a really big effort from yourself, and for all our supporters, that was after a 9-year drought. The last premiership was in 2013, so it was a really big occasion for us to once again lift the silverware and then make the club put its name back up on the trophy again, and then raise it. So I think you achieved a whole lot in a small space of time, huh?
Yeah.
And then now you've just graduated, which is a huge honor.
Yeah. Thank you to the coach, the coaching staff who were with us during the time. You yourself and Coach Robert and some other old players who stepped in to boost us up during that time. That was very helpful for the players and for the young players who were finding themselves in a position where they haven't been there before. They've seen other past players going to in that situation. The support that you offered us, that helped us to stand on our ground and execute the game plan which the coaches and the staff prepared for us for that day.
Yeah, I must admit a lot of things went our way that day, and it was a great result for us. Josh, you talked about obviously you as a new player, but not many people know about you. Where are you from? Where do you originate from, and where do you call home?
I come from East New Britain. Both parents from East New Britain. So my dad is from Tawu in the Rabaul district, and my mom from Rakuna in the Gesel district. And I always call Rabaul as a home. And coming to Pom, I've been with my family at 3 Mile. They've been very supportive to me, especially in school and in rugby as well. And that's how I met Chris.
Yeah.
And he helped me to join the club, and from there I feel like Harlequins have helped me in my stay away from home. Felt like it's our family. Being with them in this how many 4 or 5 years, they've become part of me. Now feel like home when I chill with the boys and get around with the boys. It's always a wonderful, gives me wonderful memories, and it's always something that I'll treasure. Growing up, becoming a man, it's gonna be something that left a lastful impact in my life.
Well, you had a very young life as a man. Now you actually in the last couple of years you've achieved not only graduating, but I think with the club you've developed as a strong second row premier grade player now within the club itself. And then last year was probably a big eye opener for you. We went on the tour. You came along and you stood out as probably a new player. Share a little bit about the tour and how you found that.
It was the tour itself. It provided me with so many experience, not only about rugby but outside of rugby, seeing the world and see how the outside world, how they behave, their culture and their lifestyle. For me, it was, I haven't been to another country in the past, and that travel was my first time to leave PNG and go out to another country. And actually, we went to 3 countries. Yeah. The Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore. And that was an opportunity. You won't get that. It's just that Harlequins that I got that opportunity to attend 3 countries in one time. It took about, I think, almost 1 month.
Yeah, well, close to 1 month. Yeah, 3 weeks, 3 and a bit weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, you said 3 countries. Culture is probably one of the biggest things I think a lot of the boys experienced in obviously how they operate as a country, how they operate as a people. Moving forward for you, Josh, you've now graduated in your degree. You actually got to try and find something within that field. But you know, knowing that you've actually experienced the tour and then you've joined the club just to try and fill that void while you've been studying. Do you have any future aspirations in your sporting or rugby career that you want to try and tick off somewhere down the line?
Rugby is now part of me, and heading into the future, my only aspiration is to, when I find myself in a better position, I'll always give my support to rugby in whatever ways that I can, especially to the club that has molded me in not only in rugby, but it has helped me to appreciate the value of hard work, discipline, humility, and respect. And that is what I want to do in the future, is to just being around for rugby and supporting whatever ways that I can. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome, Josh. I mean, that's something that as a coach should be, we're actually, always looking for, I suppose, role models in a lot of senses. But personally, you must have some personal goals to try and get to the next level, apart from club rugby and provincial rugby. Would you have any aspirations to try and, obviously one day go further than that, or?
As the saying goes, it's always rugby doesn't always revolve around Bawa.
Yeah.
And that's how the boys have been developed, and how they see, especially the boys in Harlequins, they see rugby not only in Bawa but outside of Bawa. That's what they say. And for me, that would be something that I would want to try out during my rugby career. I just want to put a lot more work, a lot more effort and time to rugby that's gonna determine my journey to the next level.
Well, obviously the next level will depend on, where the national body aligns to, but I'm pretty sure that you've learned a lot from the tour to give you an insight if you were to make the national team and tour outside, what is expected. I believe that's probably one of the goals the club is aiming to try and provide and create that environment where boys can go out within the club environment and get used to that. I can see that you're one of the guys that actually enjoyed the tour a whole lot more, where others sort of were challenged a little bit in trying to step up to the mark a bit. But on the field, you also did really well, which I was quite proud of. So congratulations on that. And, that sort of brings us to the end of this segment. But I want to wish you the best for this year, and where your future aligns you with your career. And I appreciate that, your development as a rugby player has shaped you as well, which is quite interesting in how you've sort of expressed yourself. And I hope that, if all things are going well at the national level, one day you might achieve getting to the next level, within the country and playing for the national team one day. Well, that's what I'd like to see you play. If you don't have that aspirations, and obviously, your path will take you other ways. But if you ever have the opportunity, I'd be always trying to advise you, try and really push hard to, achieve that goal one day. It's within your grasp, because you play regularly here at Bava, which you are always in the eyes of, selectors. No worries, Josh. Well, thank you for your time today, Josh. That was nice sharing that with you. Again, like to say thank you to Wave Podcast for this platform that they provide for Jester Chat, which is all things Harlequins rugby, and we hope to bring you more inspirational stories like Josh's that can share, and hopefully go back to your family back home in East New Britain, and we'll probably touch some other dreams of other young Joshes running around somewhere in the foothills of Taburvura.
Yeah.
So thank you, Josh. Thank you for your time.